All right, guys, so on slide 16, this starts our word problem practice. So this one says, a stray dog ate 12 of your muffins that you left outside of a friend's house. That was 3/10 of all of them. How many muffins did you start with? So I'm going to make my variable an m, and that's going to stand for what I'm missing, right? So I'm looking for how many muffins I started with. So m can stand for number of muffins started with. So remember, when you're writing equations from word problems, you can never have the variable by itself because you can't solve for it then. So the equation here would be 3/10 times my amount that I started with, which is my variable m. So 3/10 m and a number next to a variable. Remember, there's that invisible multiplication happening in between. And then I'll put my equal sign and I'll put 12. So 3/10 of the number of muffins I started with is 12 muffins. From here, to solve this equation, I'm going to draw my line straight down. Well, since it's 3/10 times m, I see multiplication, so I'm going to do division. So if I divide 3/10 m divided by 3/10, I'm just going to be left with m. Bring down my equal sign. What I do on one side of the equation, I have to do on the other. So I'm going to divide by 3/10 on the other side as well. So off to the side, I'm actually going to do this multiplication, and that is 12 divided by 3/10. So I can make that 12 over 1, and then we can keep change flip. So that's our rules for dividing fractions. So keep 12 over 1, change it to multiplication, flip it to 10 over 3. And then multiplying fractions, you just multiply numerators. So 12 times 10 is 120. And then multiply denominators, 1 times 3 is 3. 120 over 3 can be simplified because 3 goes into 120 40 perfect times. So m equals 40. But remember, this is a word problem, so we need our units on the final answer. If you look back to our question, we were looking for how many muffins. So 40 muffins would be our final answer here. All right, slide 17 says, how many cases of Gatorade can you buy with $40 if one package costs $8? So I'm going to put my variable, I'll make it G for, that's going to be the number of Gatorade cases that I can buy with $40. So remember, we cannot have a variable by itself. The total amount of money that I have to spend is $40, and it's $8 per case. So that would be 8G, or 8 times G equals 40. From here, I need to solve for G, so I'm going to draw my line straight down the middle. 8 times G, so I'm looking at multiplication, so my inverse operation would be to divide. So I'm going to divide by 8 on both sides. When I do that, 8G divided by 8, I'm just left with 1G, or just G. And then 40 divided by 8 is just the number 5. So 5 what? What does that stand for? Go back to the question. It says how many cases. So 5 cases is how much he can buy with $40. All right, guys, our last slide says, at a restaurant, Mike and his 3 friends decide to divide the bill evenly. If each person paid $13.26, what was the total bill? So I'm going to make my variable B, and that's going to stand for my total bill. So be a little careful with problems like this. It says Mike and his 3 friends, which means it's 4 total people. Okay, so we have the number 4 and we have 1326 as well. So if my total bill is B, that's being divided evenly between all of the people. So divide it by 4, and it's $13.26 per person. So be careful with your setup. Remember, your variable cannot be by itself when you are solving an equation or setting up the equation. Then to solve this, we need to draw our line straight down. I am looking at B divided by 4, so my inverse operation would be multiplication. So I need to multiply by 4. If I multiply by 4 on this side, I'm just left with B. Whatever I do on one side, I have to also do on the other. So I need to do 13.26 times 4. Well, 6 times 4 is 4. 6 times 4 is 24. Put the 4, carry your 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Put a 0, carry a 1. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Put your 3, carry your 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Remember, when you're multiplying decimals, you have to look back in your original numbers. And we see that we have 2 numbers after our decimal point in our first number. So that means there needs to be 2 numbers after my decimal point in my final answer. So B equals 53.04. 53.04 is not your final answer because this is a word problem. Of course, we need our units. It says, what was the total bill? Well, my units for a bill would be dollars. So total bill was $53.04.